Can positivity be toxic? What do you think?
Yes, it can be.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You all are fake.
I'm gonna say it one more time, Jay.
Fake. Dude.
Fake.
Yeah, dude, some people just be, oh my God. Especially like all over like
Social media.
I just can't believe the amount of this I see. Like
Mm-hmm.
I know y'all, dude, people just aren't like that. Like, oh, I hope you get better. Oh my God. I hope you're okay. Like, oh, I stepped on my pinky toe. Oh my God, I hope you recover. I'm like, bro, like,
I mean, there are some people in this world that actually have pure intentions no matter what, and they want to be caring and everything. But when it comes to people that you know it's superficial and they're just saying it because they're obliged, like,
I don't get it. Like, it's so, and people eat it up. That's like the craziest part for me because it's so apparent.
What does the term toxic positivity mean? This is from Vogue magazine. We trust Vogue. Clinical psychologist Dr. Jamie Zuckerman explains, toxic positivity is a societal assumption that a person, despite their emotional pain or gravity of their situation, should only strive to have a positive outlook. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. I feel that because, you know.
That's actually different from what I thought it was.
Well, I think it is different from what you think. I think you're thinking about people's facades they do on social media.
Yeah, it's being fake.
Yeah, I mean, that could play into this, though. I mean, you see, like, influencers that are like, make sure every day you live a life of gratitude. And it's like, not all of us can afford that all the time. Not saying you should live your life in sorrow and wallow in all of your sadness and whatnot, because that's not healthy. But being fake positive and overly positive to the point of it being incredibly superficial, that's also not healthy.
It's really not. But people eat it up anyway.
Well, I think it's why do you think people eat it up though?
I don't know. Because they're stupid?
I think it's because we live in a sad world at the moment and people are striving to search for positivity. So any inkling of it, they can find the latch onto it, whether or not it's superficial or like real.
That's crazy. Because on the internet, I feel like it's the actual opposite.
Really?
People are just so angry that they're looking for somewhere to vent their anger out on. So if anything, I would assume that once they spot the fakeness, because the fakeness is so apparent in some of these like statements and replies and mentions like on Instagram or Twitter or social media or whatever other platform they use, like it's so apparent that it's fake. It's literally a white canvas and there's spots of black on it. And I don't know how they don't see the black, but all they see is white.
So rather than toxic positivity, I think you're talking about when people are trying to be fake, like nice to people to seem like they have the good graces of a different person.
Yes.
Yeah. So clout chasing in essence.
Yes.
Yeah. No, trust me, I get that.
Is this different? Is toxic positivity different?
It's different.
It's tied into it. Okay.
Yeah, they make sense. They're under the same umbrella, I would assume.
Okay, so I actually have been wow, I'm a bad person. I've been doing this a lot. I've been doing this a lot on stream because like I've been streaming this game called Rust. And it's a server with a bunch of Twitch creators and Twitch content creators. And I straight up get cussed out. I get accused of things. I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. It's all right. You know, like the whole time. Like one guy called me a K-pop Andy and I was like, I am honored you know who I am and what I do. Toxic positivity.
For people that are in the spotlight, like you and I, because we're artists, I feel like there's a certain obligation that we have to never respond to the negative things in a negative way because we are like supposed to and like obliged to like be positive and no matter what, because
that's such a double standard. I mean, dude.
I agree it is a double standard, but at the end of the day, I mean, speaking personally at least, I know that there are some people that are my fans that like, you know, I'm like one of the only positive things in their life. So if I do anything slightly negative, I don't want that to influence them and think, oh, okay, maybe this is like, maybe there's no positivity in the world. You get what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, I try to be real as possible, but I don't show all the negative things going on in here all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see where you're coming from. I mean, I guess being in this sphere where you're centered on with the
Mm,
spotlight and you're expected to be a role model,
mm,
it is good to remain positive. I see the problem with it, toxic
mm,
positivity. And this is something that I feel like I preach a lot. Like we're idol. We're supposed to be idols,
mm.
right? The term coined for us is idol. We're supposed
Exactly,
to be
not just singer,
idolized.
right?
Yeah. So what kind of role models would we be if we only showed our perfect selves?
Mm,
I think
exactly.
that's exactly what toxic positivity is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, I fully agree with you that you gotta be as real as you can, but you can't show all of it
Like in
because
moderation, that's the thing.
in moderation.
Like
Mm,
from what I understand, because I was a K-pop fan before I got into this career in general. I enjoyed seeing when the artists that I liked were very human, when they showed their flaws, made mistakes, because I'm like, okay, like you're still one of us. You're not perfect. You're not something to be idolized in a sense, I guess. So I
mm.
mean, remaining positive and reacting in what's the word I want to say? I don't know. But I don't know. I think it just comes with, my brain had a thing going on and then it just
It
yeeted
does
out of my
that.
head.
It
It just
does that.
yeeted out
It's
of my
okay.
head.
It's all
So,
right. It's all right. But I mean, all in all, toxic positivity,
mm,
I think is something that we need to pay a little bit more attention to.
mm-hmm,
It's becoming more and more predominant within social media circles, especially between content creators. I think,
mm,
like just being involved and seeing the reactions, like, oh, like this person, this, and then someone will reply vouch.
mm,
Like up to that, I think that's cool.
mm,
But like sometimes people are like, oh, like I'm gonna take a break or something, and then you see all these replies of people going like, oh, I hope you feel better, get better soon, we love you. Like, do you really love them? Really?
well,
You take a bullet for them? Do you
oh,
really love them?
oh, child.
Like,
Oh, child. So from the Washington Post, we have why should we ditch toxic positivity? Would you care to read this or shall I?
I shall read it.
All right.
All right, toxic positivity is an invisible force causing people to become less successful, more selfish, and even more gullible.
Hmm.
Facts. That was
Yeah,
easy.
I
Okay.
mean that too, but why we should ditch it. So while cultivating things and yeah, scrolling. Yep, okay. So some examples of
Mm,
toxic positivity phrases are: "It'll all be fine."
mm.
"You should smile more." "Don't worry about it."
Ah,
"It could be worse."
ah,
"Don't be so negative."
ah,
"Always look on the bright side."
ah.
可是我们